Moon Knight pulled up this episode, and honestly, it was a doozy.
Call an ambulance! But not for me!
I did not expect this man to pull up with the goofiest disguise I have ever seen. But aside from that, we found out that they have all 8 pillars this episode, man. Let's talk about it. Fire Force, episode 7. How you feeling?
My question is, why did Benimaru take so long to get there?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man. He was just aura farming. Badly. Only Dragon was able to kind of aura farm back against him a little bit. But mind you, he helped like 8 people escape in front of this dude.
Gave them all the, what are those called? The brooms?
Brooms, yeah.
The fire brooms?
Like, he's OD as hell. They all put off an attack on him. And he just sat there like,
He did.
I'm Moon Knight. Moonlight.
And he did throw a little fire move at the dragon, and he said that
fire took that.
A mosquito bit him or something like that.
He talking crazy to the goat.
I ain't even like, gonna lie.
He just lucky Benimaru wasn't there to pack people up. You know what I'm saying? Because even Joker was like, hey man, I don't know if you could take all of them. Actually,
you probably could.
I was like, dang. That's
but he also told him to stop messing around too.
Facts.
So
yeah, that's crazy as heck, bro. Because initially it was kind of funny because the White Clad, they have the girl who can like predict the future, and so as soon as they're like, oh yeah, they're screwed, we got to kill them. Last episode, she was like, nah, they're all getting out safely.
They're like, wait, what do you mean by that?
I want to look back like, are you on our side?
Am I supposed to not tell you what's going on? Or?
But now I understand. I understand it now. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, Benimaru, like, he just has a crazy mix of offense and defense. Like, he legit had, like, a zone, like, on some Gojo, like, where you just couldn't, like, get within him. Like, within, like, 4 feet of him. He was just like, nah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then he gave off them Itachi vibes with the moon.
Nah, he was standing on that little pole.
Yeah, I was like, nah. I was like, if that reminded me of somebody I knew back in my day.
That's a dangerous man. As soon as I see somebody perched on the pole like that, I'm like, nah, you gotta get out of there.
Yeah, for sure. Got to wipe the village.
Just walked in. But yeah, honestly, like, I love Benimaru's character, but the amount of aura they gave him, like, he legit is a plot device, because he could have ended the series right there.
Also true.
He could have legit ended it. He could have just been like, all right, y'all gone? All right, what y'all finna do? How will you escape me? You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's not the main character. Shinra got to figure it out, so they backed up, man. But honestly, they got wiped out pretty bad. Shinra's beat to hell.
Technically, not really. Only 3 of them got really messed up.
Yeah, the 3 they could actually fight.
Obi, Arthur, and Shinra. Everybody else kind of were fine.
Those 3 alone could take out the rest of the 8th. So that's like 80% of their firepower. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to crap on the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Vulcan's girl. She kind of nice. No, Tamaki not
right now.
Tamaki not doing that.
Absolutely not.
I ain't gonna lie.
She's the last person.
Arthur speed blitzing her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the vice captain. But like the rest of them really kind of weak. Maki too kind of got some moments. Is that her name, Maki? I don't know. The muscle.
And Joker also wasn't trying either.
Joker was weird this arc, bro. I don't like how they portrayed him.
Yeah, he's a little soft right now, but that's okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He'll lock in later. Maybe. I don't know.
Like, maybe it's because of his connection to Burns, where he really wasn't trying to get in the way of his, like, pretty much his friend, honestly. His friend's, like, ideals. Mm-hmm. I think he low-key also knew, like, Burns isn't going to straight up kill Shinra either, so that's why he kind of just let them.
How do you know that?
I don't know. It felt like he was.
How do you know that? They was on some...
That's the way Joker was moving, though, that whole fight. He legit only stepped in a couple times when, like, Burns was really going to hit him with something. And threw the little cards at him. Hey, chill out, man.
Like those things was doing anything.
It wasn't doing no damage. But it was just crazy to see that even though, like, this man Burns legit betrayed the entire squad, they still see him in a good light.
Yeah, they do.
That's crazy, bro. talking about, hey man, Burns did what he had to do. Like, what you talking about, man?
They blamed it and said that Shinra killed him.
Bro, yeah, well, that's what the Empire did. But I'm seeing like the fire soldiers are seeing him in a good light. Even Obi was like, "Oh, Burns gave up his life." I was like, "He didn't give up his life. He tried to take mine." If I was Shinra, I'd be hot.
Man,
Shinra still looks up to Burns in a certain sense.
I know that's what I'm saying. Even when he wakes up, he's still gonna be like, "Yeah, that was my dog." I already know.
I would have been like, "Screw Burns and everything he stands for." What's wrong with that man?
Whatever you saw in his blessings, just know I hate him.
Oh me,
I don't care what you believe
in. He screwed over everybody for real.
He did. It low-key made a lot of time go. How do I explain that? Like a lot of past time that could have been.
No, 100%. Like, and if you think about it, right? Like, assume this went the worst way it could have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Half the 8th would have died because Burns wanted to talk about God.
Nah, all of them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
think all of them would have got packed up.
Arthur would have died for sure.
Yep.
If they didn't survive Dragon's attack somehow, that was like
I'm thinking about it this way because technically, then Benimaru would have just showed up too late.
He'd have been like, "Hey, they got them."
I guess I got to take over all this.
You might have just ended the series right there, though.
Yeah, probably.
I ain't even gonna lie. He would have just been like, "Well, y'all gotta die."
Yep.
But that was just like crazy to me that they just really let this man Burns off like he was some sort of hero. You know what I'm saying? When he really just stood in the way, and Loki almost got everybody messed up. You know what I mean? But aside from that, we then went on to the doppelgangers.
Oh wait, now go back. You can talk about
which one?
You can talk about the Latome girl. On how
I don't even know if everybody even caught that though. You know what I'm saying? I barely caught it.
I mean, I caught it after you told me.
So pretty much when they leave finally, right? Amaya was talking about like, "Hey, we got everything according to plan anyway." And Charon was like, "What you mean according to plan? Like they got away?" She was like, "Nah, we just awakened all 8 pillars." Right?
And that's where I was confused because I was like, "Who is the 8th pillar that you kept saying this whole time?" And then I finally realized when I put it together.
Yeah.
You said it was the prayer girl.
Bro, the blonde girl, man, the priestess.
Like you said, she was the one who stopped the fire blast from Dragon.
Yep.
So that had to be a reason that she unlocked it that way.
Because like it didn't hit me initially, but like because it was a little subtle, but at the same time, like they show her face while the blast is going on, and Maki looked like, hey, like she was like, "Oh, I'm cooked."
Yeah.
But then they survived, and they were like, "Oh, dang, Maki, you really nice."
You like none of them were like touched at all,
bro.
So that's why I was like, "Nah, something wrong here."
Dog, her powers, I don't know how they gonna try to put heat into it because they always try to give you a fire explanation. Yeah. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
That looked like causality reversal. She looking like Orihime from Bleach.
We don't know what her powers really can do yet, and I don't think it's gonna be anything that's like kind of associated with what everybody else does. That's what I think. But I don't know.
I agree with you honestly because, like I said, it looked like she either can turn back time somehow.
I don't know if
just for her people. Or maybe she can like make an event that happened not happen. You know what I'm saying? Which is like reality warping. So I'm like, y'all gave the princess reality warping?
We gonna see. You might be right though. You might be right,
man, these powers not made equal. That's all I'm gonna say. What the hell? I'd be sick. Who's a trash pillar? Hold up, man. We got Hame is kind of broken. She got the little electricity.
Yeah,
mind control stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shinra, ass.
He broke it when he want to be.
Here's the thing: his power is not bad per se. It's just that like because he can't just use it whenever, he's like the most handicapped despite being a pillar.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? He don't get to really just use his stuff.
All right, we got his brother.
Gas. Bro can stop time.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's legit Dio. Like he's a problem for everybody.
Yeah.
There's probably like only him and Benny, like maybe Shinra and Benimaru are probably his only 2 counters. Because Benimaru, he just gonna be like,
he's just gonna get the job
I don't
done.
care. Like, yeah, he's just gonna be like, I can move through stop time. You can't stop my time. You know what I'm saying?
His time is like, time.
Exactly. I'm trying to think who else, man. The girl with the fate things, all right, she's a little mid too. She can see the future though. That's kind of hard.
Okay, yeah.
So I think if she was more combat oriented, she might be a problem. You know what I'm saying? But I feel
I
like
can see that.
she don't really like use her powers like efficiently.
Yeah.
She really just there to see the future for her. I'm like, aside from that, who is the rest, bro? There's 8 of them. Who?
The walk guy?
He's not. No, he's a guardian.
He's a guardian.
There's the nuclear kid.
The one, yeah.
From last season.
You're talking about the one that they was trying to test on? Yeah. Him
Hey, he low-key broken.
Yeah.
He got a nuke on autopilot. Radiation poisoning? Hey. I was saying, they're not all made equals, all I'm saying. I feel like Shinra might have like the most hard to use one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Compared to everybody else. And Mary looked broken. Because that dragon hit, I don't know too many people who could have taken that.
We gonna see, man.
The list just Benimaru for real.
I want to know what they're gonna use since they put the pillars together. I don't know what they're gonna use for that, but
I think they're gonna try to use that to burn the world, which has been like their. I just don't know what they mean by that though. Yeah, that's what they said. They said they want to like literally like engulf the planet in flames.
But why?
Yeah, dog. That's what I'm like. Why are y'all following these people?
Oh man,
what is the benefit?
Yeah, what is the reason,
bro? I'd be like, oh, cool. We an evil group, man. How much money we about to get? You know what I'm saying? Where the huzz at? They're like, no, we just burn it all.
We're just gonna burn the world. That's it.
Who's we?
No money?
Max.
It's just burning,
dog. This religious craziness is just insane in this show, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't see any reason I would join them. But man, aside from that, like I said, moving past the priestess, we still end up talking about her, right? Because at the end of the day, we've got her stepsister / actual sister she grew up with in the 5th captain, pulling up on their old orphanage, right? And so at first, she's just trying to look into the doppelganger thing because she's just been finding a lot of clues, trying to see like how they interact with the actual like living world and what makes them come into being in the first place.
You're talking about Hibana, right?
Yeah, Hibana. Yeah.
Okay.
But what's crazy though is like because they call it a doppelganger, they know it's like essentially like a mirror image. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Of like each person. But I feel like even Burns's doppelganger that pulled up, like I wouldn't say it looked like Burns, but it kind of like was like Burns, just like a demon version.
Yeah, I don't know. That thing wasn't playing no games.
Nah, either. Crazy. It still stuck him though, because that boy's tough. So let's just put some respect on my boy right there. And knew it could have taken him in full blast, but
that's true.
That's neither here nor there. What's crazy to me is the fact that not only did Burns' people pull up, right, because they had also started to hear some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they're legit down in the basement of the church after it's been burnt down. And then when that nun showed up, bro, I was scared as hell.
She showed up because she finally realized what they was doing in there.
Well, where did she come from?
I don't know. That was weird.
Dog.
So it's either that they're eating the insects to making doppelgangers, or I don't know. They just want to turn them into flowers. I don't know what
they named all the sisters after flowers.
Yeah.
So I think they were feeding the insects to the flowers as fertilizer to grow them into either infernals or I guess if you got lucky, you got the fire powers. Which means
makes sense.
Hibana got the fire powers, and so did
the
sister
or
sister, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, but have we ever seen her use powers?
I don't remember. I just know that she shows up after they kill the infernals, and then she just does her little platone and calls it a day.
One liner, for real.
Yeah.
So either she's had powers the whole time and just didn't know how to use them, or she had the Adolla link the whole time and she just she skipped the powers, like the fire powers completely. Which is also crazy, you know what I mean?
Not too sure.
But honestly, like that mystery looked kind of crazy, and I'm kind of excited to see what goes on from there, and also why this nun lady is confident walking into a room with a captain and 2 vice captains, like she about to really pack them up for finding it.
They like tried to shake the camera like she was about to do something.
No,
that was a little scary.
Yeah,
I ain't lie. That was like one of the movies where you see the nuns and they just pop up out of nowhere doing some scary stuff.
I was a little terrified for that, man. So I got to see what's going on with that nun, man, because she was the one who was legit there doing it to them the whole time.
She might actually explain like what they were doing for real.
What if she turned into a doppelganger right there?
Yeah, then I don't know. Then they could, because
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
because they strong, but I don't know if y'all got enough.
Not that strong.
You feel me?
That strong.
But honestly, like this episode was pretty good. I feel like they added a few mystery points, but at the same time, brought some other things that were kind of confusing, like together, right? Because now it makes sense how they survived that. Because that's what I was confused about last episode. Because I was just like, what? Like, what in the plot convenience is this?
Insane.
You know what I mean? But honestly, I'm trying to think. Like, did we miss anything else on this episode? I feel like there's one thing we missed. Oh, I remember, bro. Captain Obi. What the hell, bro? I thought he was gonna get powers, turn into an infernal. They missed a good chance for some good character development, and they just left us with this man stripping and flexing for a whole episode.
He was a strong-willed man. He didn't want to turn. I get it.
He could have potentially got fire powers. Imagine how hard that would have been, because he's the one unpowered person.
Nah, he would have.
He would have been broken.
I don't think he would have been able to control that shit, man.
What do you, bro? You know, Captain or Obi is one of the only people to get hysterical strength, which is what Shinra and Arthur trained with Benimaru. He had it already.
I don't know.
Captain Obi with fire powers will put a lot of your favorite characters in.
Oh yeah, I know.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like how like the insect would affect him though. That's what.
Well, yeah, there's like a 90% chance he turns into.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I get why he didn't take the chance personally.
Yeah,
but I just thought, like, I don't know. I thought it would have been cool. I thought they could have done something right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or they could have even just dried him. Imagine he turned into an inferno and then Shinra got to pack him up.
That's tough.
That was in peak cinema.
That's tough.
That would have been peak cinema. Hey, maybe am I crazy? Am I crazy for that, man? Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think down below, man. And would y'all packed up Obi for the character development, or you letting my boy slide with the bodybuilding show? I don't know. Take your pick. But aside from that, man, y'all like, comments, subscribe down below. We'll catch y'all. Peace.